When the president of my neighborhood brought a tow truck to haul away my wife's car, she did it with a huge smile, convinced she had won. What she didn't know was that, legally, I owned the street she was standing on. That simple miscalculation not only saved my car, but gave me the power to dissolve her homeowners association completely. What would you do in a situation where it seems like you've lost everything to a tyrannical neighbor? Leave it in the comments, because today we're going to show you exactly how to turn the game around. We know exactly who we're talking to today. If you're a beginner homeowner, someone who bought a house looking for peace and ended up frustrated, trapped in a nightmare of made-up rules and absurd fines, this video is your lifeline. Maybe your homeowners association is annoying and controlling, demanding that you measure your grass with a ruler, but they're not committing million-dollar frauds in plain sight. You constantly wonder how to fight that petty, everyday tyranny without spending your life savings on a 3-year lawsuit. The answer is not hiring a team of expensive lawyers or having elite connections in local politics. Today, we present the Zero-Budget Legal Ninja Manual. We're going to teach you how to use public records requests, de-escalation psychology tactics, and, most importantly, the arrogance of that corrupt board to completely dismantle them for free. Pay close attention and take notes, because the architecture of this defense is based on absolutely non-negotiable principles. Rule number 1 for surviving your association is the original document rule. Never, under any circumstances, argue based on the letter they sent you in the mail or that shiny welcome packet they gave you. Go directly to the county and find the original founding bylaws, the famous covenants, conditions, and restrictions documents. The rules invented by power-hungry boards are rarely legally recorded, and that $5 public document is your first lethal weapon. And once you discover they're lying, your instinct will be to shout, "Don't." Our second unbreakable rule is that silence is your best lawyer. Never argue with them in the street. Every time they talk and you stay quiet, they're giving you free ammunition. Document everything obsessively. Keep records of dates, times, audio, if your state allows it, and photos of every interaction. From now on, all communication with your association must be sent exclusively via certified mail with return receipt, creating an undeniable paper trail that will terrify them. That paper trail leads us to one of our favorite tactics to keep you from giving up halfway through. We call it the ghost audit effect. Imagine they fine you $1,000 over the color of your garden. Instead of fighting over the flowers, you file a formal request demanding to see the association's financial records and accounts. The simple act of asking to see the books usually makes 90% of fines magically disappear. Corrupt boards have a visceral fear of being caught moving money where they shouldn't. But if you really want to corner them, you can use what we call the mirror permit strategy. It consists of requesting from the city the exact same permits the association used against you, but applying them directly to the street or property of the board president. If the city approves them, you've just proven in front of a judge that there is discriminatory enforcement of the law. And that is pure poison for any neighborhood tyrant. Of course, the biggest mistake frustrated homeowners make is trying to fight this war alone. Don't. Find your silent force. Organize discreet meetings and identify 3 or 4 other neighbors who have also been unfairly fined. By joining forces, you can gather the quorum needed to call a special meeting and remove the board in a single move. And here we reach the most valuable practical advice from this entire investigation, the final blow. You must allow that petty authority to escalate the conflict on its own. Stay calm and let them make mistakes. Everyday neighbor harassment is very hard to prove in court, but the arrogance of these tyrants pushes them to cross dangerous lines if you don't interrupt them. When you let them invent false fines, send threatening emails, or attempt to damage your property, they are escalating the conflict into a documented federal or civil offense. Suddenly, you're no longer fighting over a fence. You're dealing with mail fraud, theft, extortion, or direct violations of your civil rights. By letting them dig their own grave, they're giving you the absolute power to destroy them legally and hold them accountable. The biggest secret corrupt homeowners associations pray you never discover is that their power is simply an optical illusion. Their entire empire depends on your exhaustion, your frustration, and your fear of legal fees. You don't win because you have more money in the bank than your neighborhood president. You win because you understand that the real rules of the game are written in public records that anyone can read. The next time someone tries to intimidate you with a clipboard and fake authority, remember this: bureaucracy created them, and that same bureaucracy can completely destroy them. Document everything, stay silent, and get ready to reclaim your peace.